Hey YouTube, Happy New Year, Happy 2018 to all of you. I just thought I would give you guys a shop update. I know we haven't had a shop or a Fox body update in a long time. Uh, Let me break down what's happened since about October. Beginning of October, my father unexpectedly passed away. So that put a big halt on everything. And in mid-November, amongst many renovations we were doing on the new house. Many of you know this is a new shop, new house I bought last summer. We had a lot of unforeseen emergencies, let's say. The roof caved in. It's a flat roof, and it had about a foot and a half of water on it. And that all caved in right before the month of December and caused almost $40,000 damage. And well, we patched the roof as best we could in the winter time up here in the northern climate. And long story short, we still got a big roof contract to get signed and done come spring. Also started pulling a bit of the garage apart to finish insulating. As you see, we've got a good start done. Started pulling this wall apart, and yeah, you see that? All that brick's gone. Yeah. So the last project we've done is we've poured this new concrete footing with lag bolts in the old beam to hold everything together. It's hard to see over there because garage full of crap right now, but we have a new door for right there. We'll be putting a new header, new framing. Here we'll be building a brand new wall all the way across, 2x4s, spray foam insulation to match the rest. And then I'm going to go up to about right here with the wall and the insulation. And then this is going to be come springtime. One thing at a time. Right now we have a contractor who is less than reliable, so I'm trying to find other people to help me out with that. Like I said, my father passing away meant I had to find room for all his stuff. So as you can see, there's summer tires and wheels for my pickup. Those are summer tires for my daily driver, and those are my mom's summer tires up here in Canada. You need a set of summer tires and winter tires. But right now with the cold weather and snow and unexpected everything, I haven't had a chance to organize anything, and the house has been my number one priority. But the good news is that the rusty box is out of the elements. Now, it's cold in here, it's humid, it's not ideal, but like I said, the car's not outside, so it's already probably the best treatment it's had since it was new. We have all the material here to finish up the walls and the header and new door, and this is a temporary little stage we had built to pour the concrete. The concrete's all cured now. You can take the form out. Anyway, next summer it'll be a new slab and new garage door. And basically what we're doing here is we are building the perfect shop for us within our budget to build our Fox body. I know you guys must be disappointed because we haven't had many updates on the car as of yet. But not much has happened. I'm happy to say that it's not parked in the grass at my friend's farm anymore. It's at my home in my garage. Now, unfortunately, when we moved all the overstock and everything, we just had to basically throw it in here and pile it up around the car. And I'm waiting for some snow to melt. It's really hard to tell, but yeah, you can't even tell. But outside, there's just snow everywhere. And anyway, come spring, we're going to be finishing the shop. And once the shop is finished, we have big plans for the shop. It's going to be very nice. Everything's going to be lined and freshly painted white sheet metal everywhere, and it's going to look professional. There's a change of jobs coming up for me soon. I won't be working probably in the mechanical field anymore. Kind of grown tired of that. So all my tools and all my toolboxes from the garage will be coming in the very near future, so I need to make more room for that. But we're going to turn this into a proper shop so we can build this car properly, and I promise you every step of the way you guys are going to be included. We don't know exactly what our plans for on this car. It seems like every time I look I find some nice rusty surprises. We're saving it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And what I can guarantee you is we'll know more once we start pulling the carpet and getting it up on jack stands and scraping up all that undercoating underneath and seeing what we're really working with. We'll decide exactly what we're doing with it then. In the meantime, I am looking for another one that's a little closer to being driver ready, because I anticipate this one being a bigger project than we had expected. So come springtime, if the budget and everything allows, well, I'll definitely be buying another Fox as a driver. I've been shopping around a little bit, and I found one that really interests me. It's a coupe, and it's a 4i, but anyway, nothing's certain yet. The car's really far away, so even if the price is right, well, even if the price is right, we still got to calculate, it's probably a good $1,000 in gas to go pick it up. So, and the time not working and not home, it all needs to be taken into consideration. But please, YouTube, don't think that I've forgotten about you. The car is not sitting outside in a snowbank being neglected. Unfortunately, like I said, some unforeseen circumstances with my father, and some unforeseen whatever you want to call it, with my home and moving. It's just been a lot right now, and the car's kind of been on the back burner right now. I'm in the garage, and it's not heated at the moment, so and you can see those air gaps around that old garage door. I mean, it is plumb cold in here. The only benefit for the car is that it's not completely covered in snow. But I promise you in 2019, I will be making very big strides on this car, and we're going to try and upload content regularly. I do have a big update, a big update actually. If you guys remember in one of my previous videos, we had that 302, that Lopo that we were getting given to us. Well, we finally arranged for some shop space, and we're going to be going and pulling our 302 if all goes well next weekend. So again, I have to make more room in here to get that engine in here, and but we're making strides. So right now it's just getting through the winter and the priorities of life. We're not rich. I got 3 kids, I got a wife, I got bills to pay. So I mean, we're not one of these people on YouTube that that are making millions. That's really not what we're doing here. So we're going to go with what the budget allows. But once this shop is done in the spring and I can get this car up on jack stands and start pulling it apart, we'll really know what we're working with. And then you're going to see it's going to move quite quick. But like I said, I have to finish the shop. I had anticipated waiting about another year before moving in, but the constraints of paying the rent at my old place and owning this place, it got tight pretty quick. So anyway, long story short, I'm now here. I am now living here. We're just waiting on some warm weather to get in here and really clear this out and organize it. Get that contractor in, and some friends, and like you see, I got some electrical that needs work. We got the new door to put in, and obviously need to build a header for that, and we'll be redoing the roof on the entire house come spring, which is why I'm stopping at the chimney, because the chimney is actually condemned right now and the brickwork is falling apart, and it's actually where the water started coming in, which caused all my problems with the roof. So when we do redo the steel portion of the roof that's on top of the garage, we will be tearing down the chimney. So I don't want to build the wall any further than the chimney until that's done, and then all that will get torn out. New wall will be built, insulated. On that side, it's hard to tell, but I have a room that's unfinished, and it's about 8 foot by 10 foot with an entry outdoors on the side of my building. So that wall is going to get torn out in the spring. We're going to build new bracing and put a steel beam to support it, and that's going to be my chill area where I'll have my TV and my couch, and where we can have our Friday night boys' nights, and all the while being able to work on the car and do it in a what will eventually be an insulated, heated, air-conditioned, climate-controlled environment. I've spent the better part of my adult life working in garages and stuff in winter climates and doing a lot of work outside and on my back. And although we won't have a lift here, I want to make it so that this is fun for me, that it's not work in a sense. I want to be comfortable when I'm working. This car is my dream car. So for me, this is for fun. It's not for... There's no need in getting stressed over it. If it's not fun, then what's the point, right? Anyway, so let's just say the rusty box is safe indoors, and the shop, like you see, all this has been demolished, and we have been hard at work. Things did get slowed up unexpectedly with the roof and my father and everything. So, a couple of months, 3 months now has passed. We're the beginning of January 2019. I think it's time to get our head back in the game. And, Dad really liked that I finally bought this car for myself. And I don't think he'd have it any other way than seeing me get back to it. But, I don't want to have 16 irons in the fire at the same time. So I have to finish the garage. And then once the shop is ready, then we can start building fast and furious. We'll get the welder set up, and we'll give LMR all of our money. But no, I said I was going to save this car, and I meant it. What the plans are, I don't know. I guarantee you one thing. I promise you guys all one thing. It will not get an arrow nose. I'm not knocking the arrow nose, but I'm old school in that way. And you won't be seeing any wide body kits. I'm not judging the people that do it, but I mean, it's not for me. I can guarantee you that the drivetrain will remain a Ford drivetrain, because otherwise, what's the point? And I would like to also make sure that it's definitely some sort of configuration that could have been found in this car's heyday. In other words, if you're looking for a Fox body with an LS, this isn't the kind of build we're doing. If you're looking for a Fox body with a Coyote swap, again, you're not looking in the right place. If I can't get it for cheap, we're not doing it. We're going to do it right, but at the same time, this isn't to sell. This isn't to go to Barrett Jackson. This isn't to be better than anybody else. We're building the car we want, how we want to do it. And if no one else on this planet thinks it's cool, well, that's just fine by me, because I love it. I dig it. I'd seen this car parked for the better part of 3 years, and I wish I'd pulled the trigger a little sooner, but at the same time, I didn't have the place to put it. Even when I bought the car, I didn't have the place to put it, but I knew that the house was coming, and I knew that I would have a garage. So, at least it's safe, it's indoors, and I promise you guys, there will be updates coming. And next week, when we pull that Lopo 302 out of that 1990 Crown Vic, I will be sure to film the process. I don't know, maybe we'll do a time lapse. Maybe we'll just film spurts of it. But either way, I'll make sure that you guys are along for the ride as much as possible. So again, sorry about the lack of content, but 2019, I'm devoting it to the shop and the channel, and I promise that there will be great content to come. And keep in mind, we're not monetizing. We don't want money. That's not what we want. We're building the car we want to build, and we're documenting it. So if you like it, great. If you don't like it, that's fine too. There's other channels that might be more suited to you. We don't know everything. We don't pretend to know everything. We'll learn as we go along, right? So anyway, on that note, this video is dragging on. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I promise you all that there is a lot more coming in the very near future. Thanks again. Happy New Year.